Avoid moving to Central Iowa unless you can deal with these 10 facts. My name's Parker Crispin. I'm your Central Iowa realtor. If you're thinking about making a move to Iowa, I'm not here to sell you on it. In fact, you might want to avoid it at all costs unless you can deal with some of these facts. So if you're considering making a move to Des Moines, Central Iowa as a whole, Ankeny, here are 10 things you need to know. Fact number 1, the weather will test you. There's 4 seasons here, so you definitely need 4 seasons of clothes. That's something to consider before making the move. Summers are very hot and humid. Winters are extremely cold. Today it's in the negative. Spring is filled with a bunch of fun weather like tornadoes, hail, and rain. And fall, fall can be good, but it's a hit or miss. You never know what outfit you should be wearing that day until you check the weather. If you love the variety, it might be a fit here, but if something that you don't like, definitely avoid it. Fact number 2, you'll drive everywhere here in Iowa and Central Iowa. We don't have a ton of transportation services. We do have, city buses and things like that. But as far as like a subway or things of that nature, we don't have. So you're going to find that you're driving a lot in the car. Now, everything is close by because there's not a ton of traffic. So commute time can be 15 to 25 minutes depending on where you're going here in Central Iowa. But nonetheless, definitely have a car that you feel comfortable driving in all 4 seasons. Fact number 3, winter is a learned skill. If you're coming from the south, get ready. Snow and ice happens every single year. You're gonna have to learn how to drive in the snow, the ice, the rain, all of the above. But definitely get some snow tires on that vehicle. Just know that the DOT does a very good job plowing the roads, but nonetheless, you're gonna have to learn how to drive in the snow, braking early, not turning too fast, things of that nature. So if that's something you're not comfortable with, just know it can be learned. Fact number 4, there's no oceans, no mountains. I'm sure you could have guessed that, but there are cornfields, there are lakes and trails and parks, and a wide variety of open skies if you're into that. That we do have very good sunsets and sunrises. You'll learn to embrace the Central Iowa look. There's really not a ton of flashy stuff going on here. We do have some ski hills actually, but nonetheless, we're not going to have an ocean, we're not going to have the mountains, but we do have a few lakes that you can tap into. All in all, it's just a peaceful place, and if that's something that you could consider moving to, take a look. Fact number 5, people will talk to you. Iowa nice, Midwest people are very friendly. Neighbors are going to be reaching out to you saying hello. If you're more of a private person, this might feel weird at first, but it's just something that's a part of our day-to-day here in the Midwest and Central Iowa. Don't get freaked out. That's just something that we all do, and you'll find that random people are waving to you in their cars even. Just one more fact to think about. Fact number 6, life moves a little slower here in Central Iowa. Things are not rushed here like they are in other areas of the country. This can be a huge positive for families or for someone looking for a balanced lifestyle, but if you thrive in constant hustle nightlife, Iowa may feel quiet. So just know that going into it. Midwest nice. Fact number 7, it's a real thing. People are really polite here and helpful, but sometimes indirect. Yeah, maybe, might mean no, or we should get together sometime is not always a plan, but you'll find that your neighbors will probably shovel your driveway, mow your yard, things like that, wave to you in passing. You might catch a friendly person at the grocery store and start chatting with them. It's just a real thing, so consider that before making the move. Fact number 7, entertainment is more local. You won't find a lot of non-stop nightlife here, but you will find festivals, farmers markets, local restaurants, high school sports, and community events, and a lot of pride in local businesses. It's a very community-driven society. We don't have any professional sports. You will have college sports, and that's it. Knowing that, just keep that in mind before making the move, that life is just more small here and local. Fact number 9, you'll get more house for your money. This one surprises people. Homes are more affordable here, which is true. Yards are bigger. Your dollar goes a little bit further. If you're considering a move here and you got a family, this might be a big fit for you because of budgeting, right? For some people, this is a reason they move and the reason they stay. That's a big one because, leaving Iowa can look very expensive in other, attractive areas of the country. Not to say Midwest isn't, but you'll find that the dollar stretches here a little bit further than it does in other big cities. Des Moines is definitely a little bit slower paced and smaller knit, and you'll find some better pricing here overall. Fact number 10, it's harder to leave more than you would expect. Growing up, we all talked about, my friends and I, why do we live here? It's so cold. old? Why did our parents choose to live here? You know, why can't we live in Florida? Things like that were always said. But once you get older and get more mature, you realize the cost of living is great, the sense of community and the quality of life is outstanding. It's hard to replace. Now you will see a lot of friends and peers move away and then come back to establish their roots again, but it's really just a hard place to beat if you like that slower lifestyle and that pace of living. Nonetheless, it's not for everybody, so consider that. If you're thinking about making a move to Central Iowa and have questions or just want some honest guidance, feel free to reach out. No pressure. I'm always here to help out and be a resource for you guys, but I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.